Life throws you punches. Trauma, life, and burnout. I've lived through it all, and I've built something for the fighters that refuse to stay down. If you're ready to stop playing small and own your story, then this is where you belong. The Unstoppable Network is where the overcoming stories are getting very loud. From veterans to survivors to trailblazers, sharing their story of turning their pain into power. Welcome to the Unstoppable Network, where we turn your mess into a message. All right, welcome back to a special episode of the Unstoppable Network. Today is Women's Veterans Recognition Day. And what better time to have my co-host with me, Dr. J. It feels like forever. Welcome. Thank you for your service.
Yes, ma'am. You're worth it.
She is also the founder of Semper Modus. So tell us a little bit about Semper Modus.
Semper Modus is comprised of individuals that have served the country or the community, whether it's in a police officer, fireman, or fireperson. I don't know how to say that, but most of them don't care, right? And then veterans of different branches who serve in a clinical perspective. So we treat veterans, active duty, guard, like anybody who has served, basically, in their family.
Well, and thank you for that. And she does an amazing job. Her and her team, because she can't do it by herself. She has an amazing team surrounding her. So if you are in need, please connect. Go to sempermodus.com or sempermodusllc.com.
Right.
Got it right the second time. All right. And if you have an unstoppable story, I want to hear from you. We are looking for more people to come on, share their story, whether you're a veteran, a survivor, or a trailblazer. I want to hear from you. And because I am the trailblazer that I am hosting the 5th annual Don Gray Memorial Fund Classic coming up August 8th. My dad died of cancer 4.5 years ago. This will be our 5th year out there sharing stories of people that have either have survived cancer or have left us with cancer. And all the proceeds are going to go to the Chatham Kent. Why can't I think of it? I said it like 10,000 times today. Chatham Kent Health Alliance Foundation. There we go.
That's a mouthful. Yes.
Patient Care Assist Program, because we wanted the money to go back into the community. We didn't know about this program when my dad was going through his treatments because it could have helped him financially. So any medical that are not covered, there is a list. There's a list that potentially each person that applies can get $1,000. So that's a pretty good chunk of change. And I know that we have raised enough in the last 2 years for 5.5 families. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty proud of that. So this year I want to do another at least $6,000 so that we can get my dad's name on the wall at the hospital. And then we'll see what happens the following year. But with that said, that's not why we're here. Today we are here. We have another amazing female veteran with us tonight, and her name is Leah Stiles. She has been on before, but that's okay. We want to honor and recognize you today too, ma'am. So Thank you for your service.
Thank you. And thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us what Sea Waves is for people who have no idea.
Yes. If you have no idea, go back and watch our last podcast, because that was a great one too. So Sea Waves is the nation's first and only organization exclusively dedicated to eating disorders for the military community.
Ooh, that is amazing. First and female, not shocking. Not shocking. All right. So I had no idea really until I got educated. Somebody was nice enough to send me a letter right from the VA about what Women's Veterans Recognition Day really is all about. So that was formed June 12th, and it is allowing women the right to permanently serve in the regular armed forces.
Correct.
So women had served. Sometimes they said that they were male, and sometimes they would only serve in, I'm trying to find where that was. Sorry, I lost my spot. They would serve helping putting the soldiers back together, basically, like stitching them up, basically. And something about the Hello Girls, which I don't know too much about that. Do you ladies know about that?
Not much.
Not much. All right, so that's new to us all. Anyways, women would be more like spies in the back in the day before this came about. So that's pretty freaking awesome, though. I could be a spy. I think like that. Anyways, so thank you, ladies, both for your service, and I'm going to put it back over to Dr. J, so Dr. J can say what she wants to say.
Okay, well, first of all, Hello Girls was the Signal Corps Female Telephone Operators Unit, which I just Googled. So we'll do a little education here. So during World War I, the switchboard operators were sworn in as the Army, right? And then in 77, they were officially categorized as civilian contract employees. But anyways, long time. I mean, there's even a musical. There's a whole thing about this. It's pretty neat. I was reading about it as you said it. Male recruits were being shipped to France, and then the females had to come in, and they even get distinguished service medals. Like, it was a whole thing. So it's pretty cool that, you know, the status of women operators, and it was muddled in the start, and then they wore the military uniforms and they took the oath, but the Adjutant General of the U.S. sent a memo stating that they were civilians. So this was a big push to get us to be able to be acknowledged, right? And they talk about, you know, they wrote a book in 2017 about the Hello Girls, the Americans' First Women Soldiers by Elizabeth Kopp. And it basically breaks down diaries from World War I, World War II, Korean War, and so on and so forth, which is going to transition me into an event that I'm going to be speaking at. And the individual who's speaking with me, she was the president of the American Legion for the past 2 years. Now Jessica is. However, this is Eunice Butt is her name, and she's pretty distinguished. She served in several wars, actually. So we're talking dating back, not necessarily the Korean War, but definitely Vietnam era and forth, right? So it's pretty exceptional human being. But I am honored to be noticed on this St. Vincent de Paul Cares Women Veteran event, which is going to happen on June 27th from 11 to 1. And the location is Post 7, which is in Clearwater, Florida. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. They're going to honor us and feed us and do all the things. So I'm pretty excited.
We need to interview her.
Yeah, I can get her. Sure.
I'm serious.
She's no longer, you know, the president of the American Legion. So she has a lot, you know, during the time that they serve as the American Legion commander is what they're called. They travel a ton. They don't really have any downtime or free time. Jessica Moore is the person who's the commander now, at least in the state of Florida, right? So it's a lot of traveling, a lot of different posts. They nonstop. So Eunice actually will have some time to be able to do a podcast and speak with us. So that'll be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That will be. Yeah. That, you know, women are such badasses because, okay, so this was formed June 12th of 1948.
Correct.
In where was this? In August of 43, sorry. The Women's Flying Training Detachment, FWTD, and the Women's Auxiliary Fairing Squadron merged into the single unit of all the women pilots and formed the Women's Air Force Service Pilots, WASPs. They flew more than 60 million miles in 2 years. During this time, the 6888 platoon was formed, and the first and only Black woman Army Corps unit to deploy overseas during World War II. Their nickname, well, it says 68884, so their nickname was 888, 6888, and their motto was no mail, MAIL, low morale.
Yeah, there was actually a movie about it on Netflix. It was pretty cool
Really?
about how they created a new way for the people in World War II to get their mail. Kerry Washington's in it. It's a pretty good movie.
Huh.
It's a really good movie. Definitely, if you don't know what else to do on this day to like get involved with, you know, Women Veterans Recognition Day. So at Sea Waves, we're doing buddy checks. We're doing light checks of just checking on each other. If you've been, you know, meaning to like reach out to somebody and, you know, life has been getting in the way, let's do it that day. Like reach out to your homie from boot camp that you haven't been in touch with for a while. Like reach out and do a check. One, just to say, hey, what's up? How are you? But two, there's a lot of heavy things happening around us and around the world. And so, you know, we always say, you know, do a buddy check. But I found with these buddy checks that people don't know what to say on a buddy check. So, you know, we've been using a bunch of different prompts and, you know, things that we could help. One thing that we say is, you know, with the need a light, be a light, you can reach out to somebody and say, how's your light? Like, do you need to borrow a little of mine? Are you kind of feeling in the dark, or are you shining bright and we can go, you know, shine stars together? So I would say like do that. Or if you're like, no, thank you, I just want to be by myself that day, then watch the show on Netflix and, you know, pop in some popcorn and just kind of go back and watch a pretty cool, you know, documentary. I think it was produced by Tyler Perry. And yeah, so always makes for a nice popcorn and jammy night. So yeah, use this day as like a way to kind of like reach out, reconnect, you know, kind of reflect.
Yeah, just checking on you.
Yeah.
That's usually a good one.
Yeah.
Good ideas, ladies. Woohoo. So is there anything else going on in your areas this day?
Well, the day before, Leah has an event.
The day before, when you're all seeing this, we will have just finished our night where we're getting 25 women veterans together and doing just self-care. All things self-care. We're going to make our own candles and make our own essential oil roller balls. And it's 80s themed. It's at Totally Psyched, which is 80s themed like mental health spa place, which is so cool. And they're like, come on, you can have
Aquanet. I don't know. I can make this. No.
I've been on like a Care Bear reflection because again, me with like the lights, and I always say that like we all have something like, you know, a different version of light, you know, in a different way. And for some people, it may be through music. For some people, it may be through painting or creativity. Like there's a different way we all have our light. And I kind of just like reflect on the Care Bears of like when something was too dark for one person to kind of handle on their own, all the Care Bears would come together and they would put their version, their little light together on the thing. And so I was planning this 80s thing, you know, for us to get together and kind of, you know, kick off the recognition. And I went back down the Care Bears rabbit hole and nostalgia rabbit hole, and oh my gosh, I just love it. So I may or may not be in Care Bear pajamas that night.
I'm gonna have to take a picture and send it to Dorothy. You know this,
Yes.
right?
I was
Like,
gonna say
it's gotta happen.
Only if you're in your Care Bear jammies too.
Oh, I haven't handled. We're good.
Let's go.
Okay. I got it.
Okay,
We're ready.
I've seen her wardrobes. You mean in those or three closets, you actually have Care Bear? Care Bear pajamas?
I have a Care Bear onesie. I absolutely do. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to get a pair just so that we can have a show with our Care Bear pajamas on.
Oh, that would be
I
awesome.
didn't get the onesie, but that's in my cart. There's a purple Care Bear onesie. I don't know. Maybe I have to come out of the cart.
You're gonna have to get it. I think
This
you're
is
gonna have to
crazy.
get it. Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. So I love these ideas. Not only celebrating and recognizing the work that you ladies have done within the military, dated back to 1948, but making sure that you get the self-care, because back then I'm sure there was no such thing as self-care.
Right.
I don't think that has come to light maybe the last 20 years. But so I love that you're doing self-care on that day or before, but even buddy checks, that's a good idea. That is cool.
Yeah, just want us to connect and reconnect and stay connected. And I think that's the trick of like doing veteran life, right? So many of us kind of lose our way after leaving service, and most veterans that I talk to will say, some people miss the job and some people don't, but most veterans say they miss the people. And so when we're doing recognition events like this, like, we can do big events and we can do phone calls and text messages and check-ins, but just kind of remember the people thing. I think that life gets busy and technology is a thing, and you've been in touch on social media, but maybe you haven't just picked up the phone to talk. I just like to think of these events as reminders to do that.
Great reminders. I think we should do that every day, not just on one day, but especially this day.
Ideally, I think we should.
Ideally, but yeah, because that's why we're having this show. So is there any female veteran that you would like to recognize while we're here today?
Oh, wow. There's actually two female veterans that I've been wanting to get back in touch with, because one just got her DD-214. So she is a brand new veteran. She just is retiring from the Army. And then her best friend has been retired probably about 2 years now. And I've been saying, you know what, I'm gonna reach out to both of them because it's been a little while. And so our event that we're doing, the 80s night, is called Need a Sister, Be a Sister. So just connecting sisters. And I just love, they're both on social media a lot. I mean, I don't know if you would call them influencers, but probably, right? And so I've seen their like friendship, both as, my friends, but play out on social media, and watching, the first one's name is Latoya, just wait for her best friend Janina to have a DD-214 and welcome her, to the veteran side. And I just think that these two are just the most amazing, like, online besties too. And they're both were in the Army, and they both have done just such spectacular things. So Latoya Green was in the Army Hall of Fame for getting the Army body composition assessment numbers updated, which needed to be updated for so long. And she was like, wow, if not me, then who? And so she did that, and she went into the Army Hall of Fame. And then shortly after, she retired. And then Janina Simmons is the Army's first black female Army Ranger. And she is just history making. And this woman, let me tell you something. Today, her social media post was her being all excited because she got selected. Now, I would not be excited about this, but I'm excited for her. She got selected to run a 250-mile race.
Oh my gosh.
Again, not what I would be celebrating, but she's just so motivating. And let me tell you all, I'm not done bragging on her. I'm going to be kind of embarrassed when she sees this because I'm fangirling. But she's doing all of this. She is transitioning from the Army. She's, doing this race. She shows up for people all the time. Both of them do. And Janina's doing all of this with stage 4 terminal cancer. And she's getting treatment for her cancer and going to run a 250-mile race. She just floors me all the time. So you said, are there some women veterans that just inspire the heck out of us? I'm always inspired, and I'm inspired by their friendship, and also they're hilarious together. So always love that too. I held an event last year where they were both speakers, and it was just not a dry eye in the room, and from laughing, from crying, from all the things. And so yeah, when Janina had her retirement, I sent her a text like, welcome to the DD214 side, but I'm going to send them both another message because why not? It's time. It's Women Veteran Recognition time.
Right. That's
wow.
awesome.
That's powerful and badass recognition right there. Holy cow.
First. Amazing. That's awesome. No, most of the female veterans I know are pretty exceptional, which, I mean, I got a Navy CB who is a licensed therapist who works, at my practice. I have a Navy corpsman who is a chiropractor, and she's doing innovative work in stem cell research and all kinds of things. That's Dr. Marion, right? Dr. Kim pretty much runs the USO here. They're like exceptional human beings. I will try and kidnap her, Leah, for your event. I'll do what I can. But I call her Dr. Kim. I know that's not what they call her. They just call her Kimberly DeVries. But she, 24 years, Army combat medic, she has rescued people upside down, hanging out of a helicopter. And the Marine goes, oh shit, it's a girl. And she's like, do you want to be saved? Because I can go back up.
Yeah.
He's like, no, yes, come get me. Right. So yeah, she's pretty exceptional human. Now, Paula Morgan, who is not available for this, but I did try. She is an Army veteran. She runs a company, a nonprofit in Texas, where Norm and I went around our birthdays, because mine's on the 13th and my buddy's is on the 15th. And we flew out to Dallas and we met Don Graves, who is the OG Zippo man. Like his job, literally his MOS in the Marines was a flamethrower. Like, I want that job. I just want to throw flame. Like, how amazing is that, right? So anyway, we got to meet him. He was like 101, and he's like the oldest person to ever receive a music contract in Nashville. Anyway, long story short, we went to the gala. Paula is an Army veteran. She runs a company. So I'm going to connect you, Dorothy, to her. Pretty exceptional human being. So I have lots in there, many, 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 many more. You talked about people that you go to boot camp with, and Jen lives in Pensacola, and she broke her hip coming out of basic training and couldn't continue. So she's definitely somebody I need to check on. Absolutely. Because we were pretty tight. So she showed up in tech school about a week and a half after, I showed up. So, I mean, yeah, I was there before her. And then long story short, just, you definitely should check on the people you serve with. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal. I should make that a priority.
Well, that was a great idea. And there's, we don't
brilliant idea. I love that.
We don't want to make anybody wrong for if they, we're human. Our lives are busy, and sometimes our lives get in the way. But that is a good. I have this thing where if you've come into my mind at least twice, I send you a text message right away. And I realize with a text message, you get it when you get it, and I don't expect a response. So that's just my way of doing things. We're all different. So
I receive a significant amount of memes though. So to me, like, the memes mean checking on you as well. So if you don't know what to say, you can always send a meme, something you find funny, something that's sideways, something that we appreciate, because we're all sideways. So we all appreciate very, challenging memes or dark humor most of the time, right? So that's another way to reach out and connect. Absolutely.
I'm pretty good at that. I know,
I love it.
Videos that light me up, or I think are funny, or that do nothing but constantly swear, because yes, believe it or not, I should have been a sailor.
Yeah.
Dr. J knows this.
I
should have been a sailor.
It's all good. I get it.
All right.
Marion sent me this thing about gardening, and it was like hot men, and I'm like, All right, then. See, that's what we do.
You like, how are those onions?
Right. Right? Yes. What onions? I didn't see them at all. It was pretty funny, needless to say. I enjoy stuff like that because it's like, wait, what? Because I'm so focused, right? When you work from 9 to 9 every day, because there are people that need help, and I love doing what I do. I kind of don't get out of that mode until Dorothy sends me a meme of something very different, and I'm like, yeah, I needed that. Yep. Thank you.
However, it is reciprocated because there, about a month ago, I was going through something that was like extremely challenging, and I wasn't talking about it. And she sent me this thing, and I'm like, "How did you know?" Like,
I just know.
Did
we
you
are
know?
Connected that way.
Yeah, she. I had not talked to her in about a month. She sends me this out of the blue, and I'm like, "How did you know?" And she goes, "And you're feeling this, this, and this." And I was just like, "I haven't talked to anybody. Like, nobody knew this," and she just felt this intuitively.
Yep.
And she was like,
signals, though. You post a lot, so I can tell with the cadence in your voice and the way that you say things, I know what's going on already because I've known you for years, and that's what we need to do. When you feel another, person in your life that is posting a certain way, or, you're looking at it and you're like, oh, that's a little different. It's a little heavier, right? Reach out, connect, because we need that. We need to be checked. We need to be, held accountable in a certain way. We need to be lifted up. I mean, women go through a lot, and we're expected to do a lot more than anybody else. Whether you're raising kids, working full time, trying to life, you definitely need, another woman who has experienced that or been through that, or just, it's a disconnect, and it's nice. And it's also to let me know, if I send you something sideways, I love you. I care. That's what that means.
That's it.
I'm dark and twisty. It just is. So
I'm more dark and twisty than you. And that's
okay.
Well, I am. But anyways, there's a couple of female veterans that have been on here, and most of these I think come from Dr. J. But we can't let this go by without shouting out to Maggie Beckerman. That woman has been through hell and back.
Yeah.
She's not only a veteran herself, but she's also a Gold Star wife, and was on the plane that brought her husband home. So that woman's a badass. So we definitely have to recognize her.
She also works at a nonprofit. She does K9 Line, which is providing service animals to veterans. And they, they spend like all the time with them. I work with K9 Line, creating a program for them to be not only trauma informed, but trauma. They have some interventions to assist them in a coaching capacity, which is a little different and sets them apart from a lot of other organizations. Because a lot of people, I'll train you how to deal with the dog, but I can't deal with you. You have to be able to deal with the service member that you're providing the animal to, So it's like they take that next step, which I find wonderful.
Yes. Another one, Jane Babcock. This woman is amazing. I know she served almost close to 30 years, I think. If memory serves me correctly. It's been a while since I talked to Jane, but she now she helps everybody else with all your VA questions. Like, this woman knows the VA inside out, backwards, forwards, and she has gotten so many people their benefits and the surviving. Like, she'll even go back if the active, if the veteran themselves is no longer here. I've heard stories of her getting what people are needing. Anyways, another amazing veteran. I'm just scrolling through my list. You said Dr. Marion, Dr. Kim. Hold on, there's more. I know there is.
Yeah.
Oh, now did Cheryl serve, or is she a doctor for people who serve?
She works at the police department, so she's one of my people that serve the community.
Okay. So, Dr. Jane Garcia. I know she's a veteran.
But Dr. Cheryl's a Navy spouse.
Navy spouse. Well, there we go.
So she's
served.
auxiliary. Mm.
Well, and of course, Melissa Washington. She was on this morning show. So if you didn't see that show, go back and watch it. Sorry, I'm just looking. Sarah Turner. No.
Army wife. Army Green Beret wife. But
Oh,
she's a
that's
medical doctor, and she does a lot to support her community in Virginia. 'Cause she lives in a weird Black Rock pocket in that northwest corner of Virginia. So she does a lot for us.
Yes. I don't know. I couldn't, that was one that I thought, and I wasn't 100% sure. And I thought, well, I better say her name rather than not.
She's still auxiliary, so it's still support, right?
Still support, right. Exactly. The rest, I know they're first responders, so they're not.
Well, Lieutenant Pico was Army.
Oh, Pico. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the opening credits.
Yeah, she served 8 years. And then she went as a Tampa police officer. So she served 30 years there.
Woo-hoo.
She's a
That's
beast.
awesome.
We love her.
Definitely.
Lieutenant Pico's awesome.
She is a beast.
Her name's Felicia Pecora, but we all call her LT Pico because that's how she retired from Tampa Police. So that's what she's known by.
I'm listening to you. I'm just looking at my library just to see if I miss anybody. I don't want to miss anybody.
I guarantee we miss people.
That is true. All right. I think that's all on my list.
Well, Jessica Moore, who is the current commander of the American Legion, I definitely need to give her kudos. She's retired from the Navy. Pretty exceptional human being. I mean, she runs the state of Florida. So I want to give her, honors as well. Mm-hmm. So past and current. So there you go. Both females. Thank you.
Felicia Adams, did she serve, or is she just helps veterans?
Felicia Adams did. She's Paint 22.
Right.
So she was
Paint
Army
22.
as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we showed out to her.
Yeah.
I knew I was missing somebody.
So good. Yeah, she paints in the Tampa area and I think Puerto Rico. So those are like her two spots. And yeah, she's Army as well.
Go Army. Mm-hmm. Although we do have a lot of Navy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the odd one out. It's like, how many female Air Force? It's like, not a lot of us. I'm like, what is happening? It's definitely interesting.
Wow, I'm going to step up this game because we have more men than we do women for veterans.
We got to get them to do podcasts, ma'am. That's the kicker.
I know. And I really wanted...
I just want to keep grinding.
I know. Rita Thomas. I know she served. I think she was Army.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did that one before I had you come on. But sorry. Yeah.
Molly,
yes. How could we forget Molly?
12 years Army. We didn't forget I was getting there.
All right. Cool. We're good.
But yeah, definitely our mutual friend Molly. Definitely, she served 12 years in the Army.
She's a badass.
Yeah, she is. Yes, she is. Pretty exceptional human. Judy Puffenbarger, who is a retired Army, does a lot for the American Legion down in Sebring, Florida. I'm trying to think. Do you have any other people, Leah? You serve with a lot of people, spending most of your life in the Navy. So,
oh yeah, I could go on and on. My favorite boss just retired last week. She was a public affairs officer. She was she's a captain and commanding officer of the Navy Public Affairs support element. Well, they just changed the name. I can't think what they just updated the name. Oh gosh. But anyways, so welcome her to the DD 214 side. I was sad that I couldn't make it to her retirement because she was absolutely hands down the best leader I ever worked for in my full 20 years, male or female. So yeah, shout out to Captain Sarah Self Kyler, better known as SSK, and welcome to the veteran side and reach out. But yeah, some really, really good people. And yeah, most of them Navy. I gave my Army shout outs. Amanda May of the Women Veterans Calendar does a lot of work for women veterans and putting out the calendar. They just announced the 2027 women veterans that will be in that calendar. And all the money raised from that calendar goes to women veteran owned nonprofit organizations. So she helps raise the money just to help the other organizations keep going. So we love that too.
That's awesome. I do have one Air Force person, Nikki Kistler, and she retired as an EH. She was in the Air Force. So that's one. I got one. Yeah, she retired as a senior master sergeant.
Shannon Hugh, she is the founder of Shield of Sisters. I have tried to get that woman on here. We had her, we were close, and then she ended up being sick, so we have to reschedule. But I will definitely get her on.
And today is her birthday.
Oh,
well,
wow.
Today, as in us recording it, not when this is being aired, but today, right. Recording day is her birthday. So yes, she does a ton of work. I'll be with her later this month for the Shield of Sisters retreat that she's hosting. She's done a lot of advocacy and work. So absolutely.
Yes. Cool. Huge shout out to her. I knew that I had to look up her name. I knew it was Shannon, but I couldn't remember her last name. But I know she does a lot of work. Wow. That is a lot of women. But we need more. We need to fill my board.
Well, there's 144,000 female veterans in the state of Florida alone. Why they don't come on podcasts, I will never know.
Well, maybe we'll find them at our event. Yeah. So we have to reach out.
I'll work on it.
Yeah.
We could even do an in-person. So I did something. I've only done it one other time. So last week I went to my Legion, Branch 2088 in Kingsville, Ontario, Canada. And we had a mental health walk. The guy that's walking Canada C2C for PTSD, Chad Kennedy, my buddy. So met up with him. We did a 5K walk. And then I had the absolute distinct honor and privilege of interviewing a veteran who had served 40 years. He was a lieutenant colonel in the Canadian Armed Forces.
Wow.
Come to find out, he knew my dad's uncle and my cousin. And I didn't get a chance to say, hey, talk about them. But he had just gotten a service dog from Helping Our Heroes. Mm-hmm. Which is an organization here in Canada that helps veterans with service dogs. And so I did it on location in person. So we need to do more of those. Mm-hmm. So maybe once you get settled,
yes,
I will come to Florida.
Down. Yes.
And we'll do a bunch of in-person. In person.
I got space.
We'll go sit in the Legion. And we'll
or do it on my deck. It's fine.
Or do it on your deck. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
All right. Bring your happy pup back down here before your event. That'll be great.
Before? I don't know about that. What about after?
Either way, I'll kidnap you.
Okay. I like it when she kidnaps me.
I know you do.
It will be part of my big 50th.
Yeah.
Getting out of my.
We'll have to travel a little bit, but I think she'll be okay on I-4. She knows how to drive. So we're good.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies, it's been an honor celebrating this day with you. So thank you. And any last words to wrap this up that either of you have?
You is important. You is enough. You is beautiful. Thank you for your service. You are worth it.
And I'll say, need a sister, be a sister. Just as much as you are wanting to connect with somebody, so are the other sisters. So be the one to reach out. Let's make these connections.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us on this special episode of the Unstoppable Network. Go subscribe to our channel, please. Share this with all your female veterans and have them subscribe, and then have them come on the show and share their story of turning their pain into power, their mess into their message, and being completely freaking unstoppable like the rest of us here.
Yes.
Have a good night.